All right, here we go. The players are setting up now. I think they're waiting for the go signal. And I want to say that we are ready to rumble.
Zero still needs to spawn in his deck.
Oh, thank you for that. Let's stand by here. They're both promoted. Let's look at the sleeves here on Nighthawk's side. Oh, Star Fox.
I do believe he's been playing that recently.
No spoilers on his side, it looks like. And here we go on the other side. Look at these fancy sleeves. Piedmon deck.
Ooh.
Dark Masters.
Yeah, those are Dark Master sleeves. Very nice looking.
Yeah, these are great. All right. Go ahead when ready. And here we go again. We have the DigiRumble coming this whole week. Finals will be next week, Wednesday through Friday. We're streaming at 8 p.m. every day. And this tournament is brought to you by DigimonCard.dev, where you could go ahead, build decks, and share your games and play Digimon.
Oh, Nighthawk's forgetting to do his security.
Uh-oh. Also forgetting here on the other side.
That's right. You do have to do security first, then draw.
Mathematically, it doesn't matter, but it's much better if you just do it because it's the rules, guys. Set your security first.
It might affect our mulligan's choices, though. Though, like you said before, mathematically it doesn't really matter.
We've done the math. Because the cards are never revealed, it's just random. It's still a random position. If a card was revealed within security, then it would change the state.
Right, because that extra piece of information that affects your calculations in terms of probability.
Right. So since I don't know who won the roll, they would choose to...
Nighthawk won the roll, if I was looking correctly.
Okay, then he chooses to mulligan first. His hand is not bad. You got rookies. It does look like...
If he's choosing to keep... He might be choosing to keep here, considering Zero is choosing to mulligan.
Well, Nighthawk would have chosen first.
Yeah. You could choose to side the mulligan before your opponent decides, just because you know it's a bad hand.
That's true. Let me put the screen back here. Here we go.
And you gotta let them know that you mulligan the security as well.
Right. Looks like he is grabbing it. There we go. Player names are on the board as requested.
Interesting choice to run with the Craniamon.
Here's that green rookie here, Craniamon.
It's a very aggressive rookie, and you can be aggressive with your rookies in green. It's a bit more protected against your opponent's swings if you decide to rest it for download or bring it out to play with Argon level 5's effect. They'd have to have something that's at very least a high DP champion, because quite a few champions are also 4K.
That's correct, Craniamon. Gonna go toe-to-toe with your security Digimon, folks. And when I say security Digimon, I mean the Digimon with security effects that can get played when they're checked.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I think...
Looks like they're ready to go.
Not sure if they're waiting for another go signal here.
Should let them know that they can go if they're ready.
Oh, there we go.
Nope, they're starting.
A little bit of pointing there.
So no champions coming in from Nighthawk's side because he didn't draw any. A little unfortunate, but hopefully Wormmon can help alleviate that situation with this destruction effect.
That's right. And here's Wormmon if you haven't seen it. When destroyed, reveal top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 level 4 or level 5 from them, and then put put the rest on the bottom of your deck.
That's right. Interesting that we got a blue mirror, or I mean green mirror, but it's two very different styles of green here.
Okay, there we go. They were just checking the timers.
Sure. Yep.
So we have a green versus green matchup.
So things looking good in terms of hand situation for Zerobot. He's actually got a line to go from rookie all the way to ultimate. Looks like he's opting to instead drop a rookie instead of going straight into Imperialdramon.
Ooh,
I
okay.
see the blocker. Yes, block that Wormmon so he doesn't take any unnecessary damage. Or block the Craniamon.
That's true. All right. Good choice there. Not going too tall, going a little wide. As a green versus green.
Green generally doesn't have ways to get security type +1, so this will help him in a security race situation.
Okay, one
Now,
cost
he
Evo
did
cover.
end up, he did end up drawing a level 4 that he can use to evolve into. He still needs a level 5, so he might still swing in that Wormmon and sacrifice it. Looks like that's what's going on.
Wormmon coming across. Blocker is live.
He's pinging the Wormmon to show if he's doing off the effect.
Okay, one more.
Oh, no level 5, but at least he got another Kabuterimon for future plays.
And if you guys haven't seen the Gargumon yet, it is a smaller brother of the Kabuterimon. 5 cost, 1 to Evo, 4000 DP. Same.
Now he could sacrifice his Kabuterimon here to get rid of his blocker, but that does sound kind of risky. Well, at least it feels kind of inefficient to lose so many bodies for one blocker.
That's right. He could use Kabuterimon to crash into the Woodmon. It does have Minomon there. Okay.
So no sacrificing Kabuterimon here. Just placing another rookie, which is smart. It's a big rookie too. Cost efficient one.
Alright, here we go. 2 champions versus champion rookie. Doesn't have enough memory to go up and attack this turn. I think with his sleeves there, he's hinting that green is the real Dark Master. Digivolving, choking at 1 memory.
It's a good play. He has the flower cannons in hand to be able to use it in conjunction with the Denobimon.
Okay,
He needs to also remember to draw for evolution.
right. I wonder what's being contested right now. There we go. Alright.
Nighthawk drawing a Tentomon. Oh man, he's drawing a lot of his rookies here.
He's gonna just go rookie rush at this point. Hope that
Right.
those Digimon die at security so they don't get pierced.
He could drop the Tentomon here to continue to dig for more evolutions, but that does leave the enemy at 2 memory, which is perfect for. Okay, he swung in, and got blocked,
Blocked
but he
again
doesn't
by
have
the
a
Woodmon.
follow-up. I wonder if he just forgot that the Woodmon was there, or if he has a plan. Oh yes, that's right. One
Okay.
buster.
Alright.
I see. So this avoids the flower cannon, but your Kabuterimon is rested anyway, so he doesn't need to. But he has a second Kabuterimon ready. Leaving him at 1 memory means he's more likely to get more, depending on what his opponent plays.
Security still is tied at 5 and 5.
If you know your opponent is playing some sort of all-force style build, you know that most if not all of their ultimates are 3 cost, which means you might get more memory during your own turn to play with.
Zerobot hasn't revealed that his is actually an Imperial style deck. He's only
Sure.
playing green.
True, but it does sort of hint at it, considering he's playing DigiRumble2, and you might just be expecting DigiRumble2 in general.
I do like putting my DigiRumble2 in my non-Imperial deck. That piercing gives a lot of value, piercing jamming.
There's a green Imperialdramon in his hand.
Ooh, Woodmon wants to protect that.
Yes, he doesn't want to lose that DigiRumble2 to a random swing. Though he could have also protected it by going into the Imperialdramon because it'd be big enough. No, not considerably big enough, considering cards like Hidden Potential exists.
That is a lot of memory to pass over. And we haven't seen the Hidden Potential yet on the field today.
Yes, he is just 1 memory short to not lose his turn going into the...
Ooh, what's the boost on that? That is a 7 plus Mino. That's an 8,000 DP Metal Tyrannomon.
It's true.
Unheard of in the set 2 meta.
Good play from Nighthawk there, making him lose a block, forcing him that block before evolving.
Okay,
and something generally big enough, while keeping him at low enough memory that he can't evolve and swing, unless he has Hidden Potential himself.
That's right, unfortunately, not in the hand. If you guys haven't seen this HerculesKabuterimon yet from the starter deck, it is the Mega Boss. It is fully loaded, it has a Digiburst keyword. You may trash 2 cards from this Digimon's Revolution cards to trigger the following effect. Rest one of your opponent's Digimon.
Yes, that's really scary to get out now. You can now start using its effect to control the board and prevent him from reaching any of his Imperialdramon win conditions.
Even if he Digivolves into an Imperialdramon green, it's going to be small compared to the Herc on Nighthawk's turn.
Yes, because he has a lot of boosting effects under him in his sources, and he can choose which sources to discard. So you can just choose to discard in terms of like.
Ooh, it's jamming.
In terms of having still enough power to run over his 12Ks.
All right, at least he has 2 ultimates here.
Yeah, not evolving into the Imperialdramon seems smart here because there is a Metal Tyranno under that Hercules, which could be able to combo.
That would have been a board wipe.
Yeah, that would have led to a board wipe situation.
Hey everybody, this is game 1 of the DigiRumble second set of matches tonight. Here we go, HerculesKabuterimon showing his might. Piercing.
That's right. Piercing, and with 14k considering Minomon gives him the boost.
Davis, okay.
Oh, nice. That's a pretty good thing to find considering none of his Digimon would have destroyed him anyway. Get at least some value. This also sets up for him to Imperialdramon on his turn with the Denobimon, or with the Imperialdramon under it.
And a good blocker as well. Taking the blocker and Imperialdramon.
That's really cool. He got 2 Digimon out of his Davis. Not that common unless you're playing specifically an Imperial deck that runs, both Imperial or both Imperialdramon and Denobimon.
This is an intense matchup. It is currently at 4 versus 3 security, 3 security on Nighthawk's side. I looked away for a second. He already swung with his Herc. Oh no, yeah, he swung on the Dino Beam, right?
That's right. So I'm opting to go into Tentomon here to get an extra body on board and to get that extra draw.
Yep. Tentomon, when played, if that did reveal 1 card on top of the deck, if that card is a green card, you add it to hand. It's basically an Izzy, but better because there's no requirements.
It's true. He could have also evolved into the Nobimon to try to establish a secondary threat. But this is a bit more aggressive considering it adds an extra body. But here comes the Imperialdramon.
Can swing twice. It is currently at 14.
Let's see if he knows the interaction. Oh no. He's attacking into the Hercules first, which means he wastes his extra restand. That is, if the... I'm pretty sure the judge knows this.
When only your opponent's Digimon. Which interaction are we talking about
That's
right
right.
now?
Yeah, I'm talking about the fact that Imperialdramon's effect isn't mandatory and will happen before the effect of Imperialdramon Dragon Mode Secret Rare.
Okay.
Therefore, he doesn't get the effect that restands from Imperialdramon's Secret Rare himself because he already gotten it from Imperialdramon. So he could have gotten an extra swing there if he swung at security first, then swung at the Hercules. Oh, does the judge not know?
Let's look over this effect real quick. When only your Digimon opponent's Digimon is destroyed in battle with this Digimon, put this Digimon to active. So that's once per turn. This one, once per turn, if this card contains Imperialdramon, it becomes active.
That should trigger first.
And they're both mandatory.
Yes, and since Imperialdramon's effect is when attacking, it triggers first. So what would happen is that if you attack your opponent's Digimon with Green Imperial and Imperialdramon under it, he would restand from Imperialdramon's effect, then miss out on getting the restand from his own effect.
Right, because
he's already active.
The security Digimon, it doesn't count as a Digimon. So the Imperial effect wouldn't have triggered yet. Is that right?
So, yeah, he got only 2 attacks when he could have gotten 3.
Okay.
And dropping that Woodmon is pretty risky there because the opponent is playing a Hercules style deck with hidden potential. He could go straight into Herc here and then use Digiburst to rest the blocker so he can get rid of the Imperialdramon Dragon Mode.
Okay, here we go. So the play here is to do Hidden Potential, Breast. The Tentomon, Digivolve into Herc.
He's eyeing that Bancho Stingmon, which is also a really good punish.
Okay. Decides to go with Hercules.
Yes. That definitely better guarantees that he can get rid of the Dragon Mode by Digibursting to rest the Woodmon.
Okay, Kunamon and Dynabimon getting removed from the sources using Digiburst. And swing at the Imperial.
This is the strength of Hidden Potential plus HerculesKabuterimon.
Another Davis. Not sure if he really needs the draws here. I guess he's missing a champion. I know he does have Stingmons. I'm sorry.
Things could still be going well for Zerobot here. He's quite a hit on security. He can just get really aggressive. It looks like Nighthawk really needs to establish some blockers here, or else he might just lose from the aggression coming in from Zero.
Just had to check the time there, guys. So it is 2:44 left on Zerobot's timer, and then still 5 minutes at Nighthawk's. In the DigiRumble, we are playing 10-minute timers, so once your 10-minute timer is up, you do lose that game.
So it looks like Nighthawk ends his turn playing Tentomon and missing because he found another one of his hidden potentials. But it looks like it might be game over here, as he has only 1 security left versus 2 attackers.
Correct. That is 1 security left. Guess we're just gonna have to see what happens.
If he swings at Craniamon first, not even Flower Cannon will save him here.
That's right. This is Zero Bot's game to lose. Okay, the jamming.
Okay.
Now he's gonna...
Zerobot evolved over his Woodmon for some reason, which now means he is more vulnerable to losing to Flower Cannon.
And let's see it. Alright, and that's the game. I did think for a second that Nighthawk was gonna win the game, but I didn't notice how low his security has gotten.
So game 1 goes to Zerobot.
Ooh, that was...
Thanks to that lucky Davis insecurity allowing him to go into Imperialdramon.
I don't know about you, Testro, but that was a really close match. My blood is bumping here.
Both showed some pretty good moves. But also shows how green, with its lack of security attack, or lack of freestanding as well, besides Metal Tyrannomon, could sometimes lack the aggression to come back when the opponent is ahead in security.
It was pretty much a stall game for a while there until both of them got their boss, Digimon. So we do have Zerobot now with 1 Nighthawk 0 and this best of 3. Nighthawk was actually a previous winner of the DigiRumble. He went 4th place, I believe, in the last one. It looks like they're now setting up their boards. Zerobot will choose if he will change his decks.
I'm assuming Nighthawk is sticking with his deck since he hasn't changed it out yet.
He does get to choose second.
Oh, no.
Alright. In the DigiRumble, each player has 2 decks.
Okay.
I wonder if he just reset or if he has the same sleeves.
Could just have the same sleeves. If this is his other deck, and I know what it is, this could be a really interesting matchup to see.
The players do have to tell their opponent if they are switching decks, so they will know if it's the same deck or not, and we will just have to watch. Both players making good gaming decisions. It was a very interesting match to watch. Alright, we are moving on now to game 2 of the set 2 match of the DigiRumble highlight matches. If you guys aren't following the channel yet, please follow or subscribe to the channel, or subscribe on the YouTube. You can also go on digimoncard.dev to build your decks, and make sure to turn off your ad blockers. And here we go.
So it looks like he did switch to his purple deck.
Nice. We don't know who's going first right now. They would have been talking about it verbally. Alright, looks like Nighthawk.
Nighthawk's going first. And I would assume he would, playing this deck. Starting out going wide to classic purple start.
Double Tapirmon on the field. Having
Get
some
that
time
card advantage. Gonna dig for all of his pieces that he needs.
This time seeing a lot of rookies and a Mega again in his hand. This is similar to this green deck, except in purple you're fine seeing a lot of rookies. Decent lineup on the green side as well. He has all the pieces.
Looks like he's starting a similar play that he did last game, where he establishes a blocker early. At least that's what it looked like to me.
Davis this time.
Oh no, he starts with the Davis. He knew that was crucial to his victory last turn, and playing a Mary Tamer earlier is generally better because it's prior to your opponent having some explosive play as a counter to how much memory you're giving them.
Okay, only green cards getting Tentomon. Yep, since Zero chose not to show his second deck, we won't get to see it unless we go to game 3.
no blocker means you can just swing in for free.
Here we go.
Oh, he
1,000,
survives.
and it survives. The purple.
That's good value anyway.
2,000. There we go.
No, that one doesn't survive, so he gets the draw.
Another rookie.
Let's see how I respond to the opponent having a memory timer.
Uh-oh. What's going on with these timers?
Ah, yes.
Did
Grizzly
it
Wing.
reset there?
Going wide while establishing a blocker. Very aggressive play.
I think that we're running the timers to get it caught up. I know what's happened here. It's because the thing is not clicked. Alright, here we go. 2 Argamons on the field with 4 memory.
And he drew a Stingmon, so now he can do some fast evolutions here. He can go straight into DigiRumble2 here and get rid of the attack with.
Yep, that'd be the perfect play. Straight into the Tapirmon or straight to security?
So him not losing that Tapirmon is actually kind of bad because now he's going to have to... Well, he's losing it anyway, so it makes no difference whether he's attacking into the Tapirmon or into the security.
Should be the piercing straight into Tapirmon, right?
But what changes that is the fact that the DigiRumble2 does have Stingmon under it, which means he gets an extra free memory for destruction.
I don't think.
Oh, but he's attacking directly?
Wait, what?
He is?
He didn't want him to fix his hand. He also didn't draw for Digivolve.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he didn't draw for Digivolve. Did ping the table there. Alright. Well, the game state has moved on.
Yes.
Interesting choice.
Maybe he's not worried about because he has a blocker.
That's true. I still would have gone personally.
Yeah, I
for the
still would.
Tapirmon.
Yeah, I still would have just attacked. Just because, you know, the Stingmon value he missed out on.
And it's jamming as well. Now there's so much Digimon on the other side. That's 5 Digimon.
Nighthawk going really wide here. Also opting to evolve Devimon in the raising area rather than use it to get rid of the DigiRumble2.
Right. Now,
Or the blocker, because the blocker would have obviously blocked, but that's still some value to get out of there.
Zerobot here has 0 targets on the board to hit with his piercing.
It's true. So he could go into the Imperialdramon here, since he has the 3 memory. But it would just be a big beater. A big 12k beater without jamming, so...
I would just maybe go wider now and keep it at the piercing jamming.
It could be that he doesn't expect his opponent to have any 12ks in the security because Purple doesn't play a lot of 12ks. But there is a new 12k Purple Mega that they could be running that we might see. Ooh, Security Digimon.
Here we go. First Security Digimon of the night.
Now this puts Zerobot in a lot of trouble.
This might be a quick game here. We'd have to see a flower cannon.
And we do know he plays Flower Cannon. So in come the Tapirs. First one will be blocked.
Second away, 4,000 DP. Tapirmon is destroyed, getting a draw.
He's just going in.
Yep. There's no
At this point, not even Flower Cannon won't stop him now.
Yep,
Because he is the blocker.
That's right. That's unfortunate, and that's GG. We're moving on to game 3. Devimon finishing the fight.
Security Digimon actually coming in clutch here.
Knives and Toaster says March of the Tapirmon. Definitely.
Yep.
Alright, now we get to see if Zerobot chooses to go to his second deck.
Zerobot definitely didn't respond well to the opponent going wide, because he went tall and had a big beater that can only swing one security, as opposed rather than while Nighthawk decided to go wide to effectively attack all of his security at once, and got a little extra help from this security Digimon.
DJ in chat thinks that security Digimon are underwhelming. I've seen them turn the tide more than enough times. You could slip in maybe 1 or 2. Many decks don't really need a full lineup of champions.
I've played with enough Wisdoming to know that sometimes they come in clutch and give you victories when you otherwise wouldn't have. It's still kind of situational, but in a deck that wouldn't run any sort of better champion, it's certainly a good consideration to think about.
I think it's harder to choose in green to play security Digimon because you have a lot of cheap Evos.
That's right, and you're kind of reliant on them too for your main strategy. I think it almost makes quite a bit of sense in purple, despite them having also a cheap Evo champion, because a lot of their strategy is going wide and relying on their security to give them extra bodies through Grizzly Wing. You can double down on that strategy by also including the Black Atamons.
And alright, here we go. Going now to game 3, everyone, of Zerobot versus Nighthawk. It looked like Zerobot refreshed his deck. We will find out if it's the same deck or if it's just the same sleeves. And I believe Nighthawk was staying with his deck. Okay.
Well, for the first time. Oh, now this is interesting. Looks like he's packing the counter to purple.
It doesn't have a full lineup yet. So choosing to mulligan there. Okay. And it looks
both players. Yeah, both players deciding to mulligan, which is smart. Both their hands had very little early plays.
If they decided to stick, it would have been a Mega Zoo matchup. I think I saw the starter crest Garurumon there on Nighthawk's side. And here we go, look at that. Not bad at all on Zerobot's side. Nighthawk also getting a decent hand there. Can't have asked for better if you're talking about digivolving.
That's true. And I really like the way that Starter Gabumon combos well with Metal Garurumon. By giving it a way to trash a rookie prior while you're attacking to bring it back to you onto the board. Typically one of the weaknesses of going straight into Metal Garurumon is that your trash doesn't have anything yet. But Gabumon can fix that.
He didn't digivolve into the Toy Agumon. Interesting. Digivolving onto that 2-cost instead. Not too sure on the thought process there. Let's get a blocker on the field. Here we go, it is black versus purple, everyone.
Yep, he's going straight for that Metal Guru. Or maybe his other Mega, if he finds it.
When you are playing with your opponent in real life, I do recommend moving the memory only one at a time, so it's not confusing for the other player.
True. Things are looking pretty scary for Zero here, especially since he's not having any level 4s in his hand. He could go wide, though, in response.
He did reveal that to Nighthawk. After the card leaves the hand, it is shown. Okay,
He saw
going
it.
big.
Going big, because he has that Mega in his hand that he wants to evolve into.
Does have a blocker. Nighthawk drawing into that Chimeramon.
Here we go. Now you can do the combo. It is a little bit complicated because you have a lot of wind attacking effects that you have to use in the correct order.
Would he not destroy it so that he could use Chimera?
He can swing twice using Werguru, so he will so he can draw. Discard his Tapir, bring it back with the Melguru effect, then sacrifice it for the Werguru restand. Because when attacking effects all happen at the same time, you decide the order they happen in.
Oh, that's right, he could revive 2 Digimon. I forgot that Metal Garu's effect is not once per turn.
Yep. So now he gets 2 swings. And he gets to bring back the Tapirmon again.
And now
He gets to draw and discard again.
There we go.
Which gives him fodder also for the Chimeramon.
Ooh, Alvarez. Okay, at least getting rid of that boss monster.
That would have been bad if it was his first security. Pretty lucky. It's not the ideal situation, but better than the worst case scenario at the very least, which would have been that Alter S being like on the top, and him losing the Wire Guru or the Metal Guru prior to him getting the second revive off.
Right now we are at 5 security versus 3 security.
Him sacrificing a lot of Tapirmons this turn for free, getting a lot of draw.
Look at the hand size disparity here.
That's right. That just increases your options on what you can do during your turn. He now has even more chimeras for if Zero decides to drop Metal Greymon from his hand again. But he draws the Greymon here, so
finally
he can now evolve into it instead.
See, if he digivolved into that Toyagu last time, maybe he was afraid it would get killed right away. Matthew asks in chat, interested in playing on TTS, is there resources on keybinds? If you go to the Tabletop channel in the Digimon Discord, there's some tips there, and there's a lot of friendly faces in the Discord to help you out as well.
I'm not so sure about this decision to evolve on the board instead of the raising area. He saw one Chimeramon, he should be able to expect that the opponent could have another one, especially when you draw this hard. This is gonna be. If he evolves into it now, it leaves him with 3 memory, which means he could go into the Melgarurumon, swing to bring back a rookie to use as another sacrifice fodder for the next Chimeramon.
Yeah. I feel bad.
And he draws another Chimeramon too. It's like the universe is conspiring against Zerobot.
I feel bad for Zerobot here. It's gonna be a very deadly few swings here. It would have to be another Alter S or bigger in his security just to make it balance out.
True. If he does see another Mega in the security, he could, at the very least, swing things slightly in the favor of Zerobot to the point that maybe he could make a comeback. But he decides to block instead. I guess he is not confident in his security. But yeah, there's what I was talking about. Him having just another fodder to destroy the Metal Gurumon.
I would say... I'm sorry, go ahead, Testro.
Like I said, I probably would have you know, evolved in the raising area instead to avoid it.
Yeah, that would.
Unless he was thinking of baiting out the Craniamon, or maybe he was just thinking the opponent, like, there's no way he draws another one, right? But, you know, when you're drawing this hard, it's hard not to find your answers.
That's right. He could just straight drop the Craniamon at this point, and it would be immune to destruction effects.
That's true. But you also have to watch out that the opponent has a level 6 on board, and purple has access to Millenniumon, which pretty much directly counters Craniamon. Especially a hard-casted Craniamon. But that is if the purple player is playing Millenniumon.
We haven't seen it on the board. I'm not sure
He
what
does
other
not
play.
have it in his hand.
That would be safer than dropping the War Gray.
The Craniamon is pretty protected against purple's destruction effects. So hard dropping it isn't the worst idea here.
It'll be a blocker, and the Metal Garu would stop
Yep.
swinging.
Yep, it would stop the Melgaro in its tracks. Oh, especially when you have that tie out to make it block twice in a turn.
Hovering over it. Do it. Do it, Zero. If you can hear me. There we go.
Ha ha ha!
Craniamon is on the battlefield, everybody. If you haven't seen it, both players' turn, all of your Digimon with blocker cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. It is also a blocker.
And it is a 12k blocker, so you can safely block that Metal Garurumon. Looks like Nighthawk is just evolving up. He does have all that memory to spend.
Okay.
He could be digging, or he could just be just making another threat.
He does not have a Mega to Digivolve on top of that, where Garurumon. Going wide like last game.
I wonder if there's anything useful in his trash, because he does have Mat, the 4-cost Mat, in his hand.
I don't remember what we've seen, just a bunch of Tapirmon. Alright, Vilemon.
Going wide does feel like a good counter because he only has one blocker, though tie does mitigate going wide by making him be able to block twice.
Now he can drop the War Gray safely.
Things could look like you could turn around for Zerobot here, especially since you got that black tie as well. The other black tie, the 4-cost tie. That would make Craniamon 13k during your opponent's turn, which means you can also safely block the Garurumon if Nighthawk manages to draw it. Garurumon being pretty much one of the only other
Whoops.
ways that Nighthawk could deal with Craniamon.
Swinging here. It's gonna get blocked most likely.
Yeah, but that could be a bait. Now that he's blocked, you could...
If he... I guess he has Atomic Ray to restand his blocker.
That's right, so he could... Oh my. Again with the security Digimon coming in clutch. Making Nighthawk's board even wider. But yeah, he can attack into that blocker now to reduce his board size by 1, then use Atomic Ray to restand.
And then he'd still have enough memory to drop the War Gray if he really wanted to.
If you really wanted to, yes.
James asked, are the lists going to be posted after this event at some point? The decks do get posted. I will post them after the first... what do you want to call it? Before the finals bracket. So on Friday or Saturday.
Looks like he's getting aggressive. That could have been risky if he saw the 12k Mega insecurity, but it looks like it turned out well for him. Now he gets to use Atomic Ray to restand. So he can block.
He'll have 2 blocks, and then there's still going to be 4 Digimon coming across. That'll be exactly his security.
That is, unless Atomic Ray shows up in security.
That's true. Here we go. Double Mega on Zerobot's side. Nighthawk with his purple army.
So that's just one more blocker so that he can prevent lethal. Playing the double mats to get that extra value, or just might as well.
Okay. Security Digimon
Deciding
coming
not to block this
across.
one.
No block. Gabumon.
And survived. Interesting. Oh, he's playing on the edge here, not deciding not to block early.
5,000. That is the Clockmon. Getting 2 memory.
I'm guessing that Zerobot wants to only block the big boys to get maximum value.
Will he block this one? Okay, blocker number 1.
And he's deciding whether or not to use a tie. Because it's only once use. You have to rest it.
He has to think if the other player has a Mega that he's hiding. Looks like that's what Nighthawk is signaling, but we know otherwise.
Yeah, Mega would be pretty good for Nighthawk right now, so that he can use it with his Garguru for the double swing, especially since he now has a target, something to sacrifice in the Black Atemon.
It appears Tai was not used.
Yes, because now he wants to use it in conjunction with Craniamon, because it's a bigger blocker.
Okay, here we go. This is the starter tie. Opponent's turn. If your Digimon is rested using blocker, by resting this card, one of your Digimon becomes active. It doesn't even have to be a blocker. The prizes for the DigiRumble is one of the 3 starter decks. The black, purple, or green Japanese starter decks.
What will he do? Ooh, he can use the mat to bring back Milga to do a double swing, but that's not the smartest choice here, considering that Craniamon can just block. It is a play, though, that he can use to simultaneously attack and go wide even more.
You could bait it out, right? There's plenty of memory.
Mm-hmm. And what he could do is just try to reduce the opponent's security as low as it can go. You know, all the way down to 0, and then set up for a victory the turn afterwards.
Alright, does play the mat.
After all, Zerobot is not threatening lethal. But it looks like instead he's opting to bring back a rookie so he can evo in racing area.
Okay, cards going with them here, getting a Grizzly Wing, getting another board monster.
Yep.
James
Yeah,
says all it needs is an Alter S. Same with Knives with Toaster.
Yeah, he's definitely just deciding to go wide. As wide as possible to set up for a victory on the following turn. Now, this could be if Zerobot top decks. Oh my god. Now that is a top deck. I was going to say top deck Atomic Ray for his extra attack. But that's devastating.
So how does this work here? How is he going to play it?
That clears out his entire board except for the one blocker.
I'd start checking with my hand, but I don't want to reveal anything to the opponent. That is a Devimon, right?
Yeah, that's a Devimon underneath the Wergurumon, which means it would die to Alteres as well.
It is D-Digivolve. If anything is 5,000 DP or less, they do get killed. Ooh, swinging first here, getting rid of the blocker. That's a Digimon that would not have been killed. And that's a board wipe.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this comeback from the black player. D-Digivolve everything. We do have a lot of effects here to run through.
Yeah, he gets to draw 2, discard 1 from Gabumon. He gets to draw 1, discard 1 from Demimeramon. He gets 2 more draws from Tapirmon.
Oh man, this has been a great matchup here. And here we go, resolving some of the other effects now.
And he just drew his crest too. A little too late here.
It's not totally over for Nighthawk. He does have 3 security left.
That's true.
Okay, here we go. Nighthawk's turn to come back from the swing.
That block, him blocking, played around the opponent having what was it? The opponent having Atomic Ray. He just wanted to block early, although he could have just waited to block.
So it's 14 cards in Nighthawk's deck to 30 cards in Zerobot's deck. So we're not close to a draw out situation yet, but the times are getting low.
Zerobot did lose himself by 1 blockers, so Nighthawk could try to go wide again in response. Though he might not be able to go as wide as he wants to.
We are at the 2-minute mark on Nighthawk's timer.
Looks like he's
swinging across. Will you block? I would block because the Vengeance wouldn't kill it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So did he
Looks
take
like he took
that back?
He might have just taken that back, just realizing that Craniamon is still there.
That'd be up to the other player, technically, that looked like a declare of an attack.
I think Zerobot isn't in a good enough position to let it slide.
Okay, Grizzly Wing getting the taper out.
So instead of going wide or going tall, he's met in the middle. He doesn't have enough attackers yet to even get past his Craniamon. That and Zerobot drew another blocker to use.
He does have Atomic Ray, so he could swing with the Crania if he wants to and restand it, but that would be very risky.
He's probably going to swing Ultras either way because it's more or less safe.
Right.
And he doesn't have blocker anyway, so...
2 minutes time now on...
Oh, here we go. Here comes with the security effects. Here comes the going wide thanks to security. It might still be a bit too late.
Right. There's still the blocker, the Gardramon, that can go on the field here.
Yeah, if he had gotten rid of his last security earlier somehow, then maybe.
Alright, I'm gonna start coming here lower so we can see the timer on both players.
He needs to remember that he has a memory tamer. He should be at 3 memory.
There you go. This is gonna be close, folks. I know he has to think it through, but...
Is Nighthawk even playing LadyDevimon? I haven't seen him draw it all game.
Haven't seen it either.
It would have been really nice to have earlier.
Could be in security or the last few cards in his deck.
Or he could not be running it.
1 minute 15 seconds. This is the point in the game where I start panicking and throwing cards on the table.
He feels like he's in a deadlock here. Nothing really solves this card state because Craniamon's effect just counters anything you can do.
Timer. Alright, here we go. 1 minute 39 seconds. And then another Digimon coming out of the raising area. He does have lethal now, doesn't he? Not quite.
Let's count here. 1. Oh yeah, Largemon can't attack.
Can't attack.
And he does have the 1 blocker.
So if we see a Trump Sword at security, the blockers would be safe. So he should swing with the rookie first. Oh, nope, another blocker.
Okay, that's kind of a strange choice because now you got sort of another one of his attackers.
I could swing and then Digivolve into another blocker. 45 seconds.
Yeah, he could. Nighthawk could try to run out his clock by just making really fast turns.
Yeah, he needs to see this. 30 seconds. Just needs to pass the turn. Come on. Time. $37 seconds here. Sorry for the weird angle, everybody. I am trying to see the time on the board. 5 Digimon on Nighthawk's side. 20 seconds of timeout. And a full deck of blockers on the other side. 10
At this
seconds.
point, you just like end your turn and hope your opponent runs out of time.
Yep.
He's about to run out of time himself.
4, 3, 2. And
It's
that is
over.
game. I think this is the first time out we've seen. And that is GG. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the conclusion of this match. This
It
is a
did
win.
look like Zerobot's favor.
They could just play it out if they want. Oh, nope, he's drawing. He's looking for maybe that Millenniumon. Alright, everyone. This has been an exciting game for the first set of matches. Zerobot coming back from behind from facing a purple army.
Alterus really changing the game here.
The Alterus destroying, what, 5 monsters off the board? 4?
Either way, it cleared his entire board of his really wide board.
And that is GG. Good game to both players. Ooh, man. And I want to say thank you to Tessero here for picking these set of matches. Yesterday we were trying to see who would be the best players to watch, and this was a good choice.
Yeah, thank you.
And of course, thank you for co-hosting with me.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
We do have thank you again to Numamon, our judge. Thank you to our players. Again, this is the DigiRumble. We will be streaming every day at 8 p.m. till Friday. So you can watch more of these exciting games with set 3 and the starter deck cards as well. And with that, we're going to end it here. Thanks, everybody, and have a good night.
Mm-hmm.